Welcome to 5-Day Plan, and we have already experienced for almost 2 weeks, what is the effect of 5-Day Plan. And actually, I would wanted to know what is 5-Day Plan all about, because we've been hearing a lot of people talking about it, and they have very, very good result. And now I'm going to invite a friend from Baswom, Mr. Banchin. And Banchin is also my friend, and he will also help us understand what is 5-Day Plan. Now, Banchin, welcome.
Thank you.
Now, frankly speaking, I felt a little bit weird speaking English with you.
Oh yes, that's right.
We used to speak Mandarin.
That's right. Yeah.
But we have to speak English. Now, a lot of people wanted to know what is 5-Day Plan. Would you like to explain?
Well, the 5-Day Plan is a very, I would say it's a revolutionary weight management formula, which is completely natural, nutrient-free, and its benefit basically due to the benefits that enzymes bring upon to the body.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's actually the main ingredient is about enzyme.
Yeah, a lot of nutrients in there, natural nutrients and also enzymes.
Now, when we talk about enzyme, now this term is quite what I call famous and normal to a lot of people.
Yes.
But not exactly a lot of people know what is enzyme.
That's right. It's not well understood, so maybe we can try to clear it up today and also bring it to explain it in plain English. Now, enzymes are biochemical products made in the body that enables biochemical processes in the body to take place easily. So, in chemistry term, we can say that it's a catalyst for a lot of processes to be able to go through without adding energy into the body. So we can almost say that all of life is possible because there's enzymes in the body, and these processes includes simple digestion, meaning breaking down of the food that we eat into absorbable nutrients, and even up to the replacement of cells with new cells. So it functions with a huge variety of functions.
Now, I would like to know, am I right to say that now enzyme is already in our body?
Yes,
okay.
Our body actively make enzymes.
Which means that this enzyme actually in our normal layman term is actually activate or really boost all the necessary mechanism in our body.
That's right.
This is what it is.
Yeah.
So if our body already have the enzyme, why do we need extra enzyme to input our bodies?
That's an interesting question, which is the basis on why we came up with the 5-Day Plan. Now, based on an American food enzyme pioneer, his name is Dr. Edward Howell. Now, he postulates that in our lifetime, we make a finite amount of enzyme. And so what it essentially means is that in a person's lifetime, you can only make a strict amount, no more, no less. So if you happen to use more enzyme, then it means that you deplete your body's enzymes quicker. So we mentioned earlier that all of life processes, meaning life, is possible when we have enzymes. So conversely, it means that if you deplete yourself completely of enzyme one day, then life would cease. So this is one of the important bases for us to develop this product. Now, the other concept that we used was actually based on another US-based scientist. His name is Dr. Hiromi Shinya. Now, based on his 40 years of medical practice and his clinical data, he concluded that of the thousands of enzymes that the body needs every second and every minute of our life, our body cannot be making these enzymes from just raw materials. So he postulates that the enzymes are all made from a prototype. That means a base enzyme, or what he called a source enzyme. It doesn't have any specific functions until the body requires this enzyme. Say, for example, the body, we took in a lot of food, and so the body suddenly needs a lot of enzymes to break down fat and break down protein, and so the body will convert these source enzymes into fat digesting enzymes, protein digesting enzymes. So what Dr. Shinya is trying to tell us is that our body makes a lot of source enzymes, and what happens is that these source enzymes then will be converted into the enzymes the body needs at any moment of the day.
Okay, now having said all this, may I know that, am I right to say, which means that there are many different types of enzyme in our body?
Oh yes, it runs up to thousands of, several thousands of types of enzymes in the body. And one may think, why do we make so much enzymes? Why do we need so much enzymes? The fact of the matter is that enzymes are very specific in its action. It means that it has a very specific function. If it is for fat breakdown, and this particular enzyme will not have any other function except for fat breakdown. So in other words, we need a lot of enzymes for the thousands of biochemical processes that's happening within our body system.
Now, because there's so many enzymes, how do we categorize all these enzymes?
Right. We can broadly categorize the enzymes in the body into two big groups. The first big group is what we call the digestive enzyme, and as the name suggests, digestive enzymes means the enzymes that are involved in digestion. Again, which means the breakdown of fat into fatty acids, protein into amino acids, glucose, carbohydrates into glucose, so that the body can absorb these to be utilized by the body for energy production and for day-to-day life. The second big group is what we call the metabolic enzymes. Now, metabolic enzymes would be the enzymes that will it covers a whole wider spectrum of functions, means cell replacements or using all these nutrients to create energy and all the other functions. So it's the digestive enzymes and the metabolic enzymes. Now, there's actually also a third type of enzymes in the body, which is what we call food enzymes. And again, as the name suggests, it means these are enzymes that we take from our food. It's naturally present in the food, and we take it, and they would be of certain use in the body.
Now, when you talk about food, do you mean any type of food or only fruits or veggies? Which is which?
It would be quite specific as to a certain food having high level of enzymes, and certain food would not be having enzymes. And one thing for sure is that food that's high in enzymes would be fruits and vegetables taken in its raw condition, in the raw state.
That means people who like to eat raw salad, which is the best way to have enzyme.
Exactly, because enzyme, as we mentioned earlier, enzymes are protein molecules, and so being proteins, they would be damaged by a lot of the processes that we put our food through. For example, cooking, high temperature, and all these things. So yes, you're right. For people who have a habit of taking salad, it's definitely much more beneficial to their health.
So, am I right to say that just by taking normal vegetables and fruits, it's enough for us to replenish our enzyme?
Well, the replenishment part is always good, because let's bear in mind the fact that the body produces enzymes, and based on Dr. Shinya's conclusion is that the body produces a lot of source enzyme that could be either converted into digestive enzymes or metabolic enzymes. Now, think about it this way. If we can eat food that are rich in enzymes, what we are essentially doing is that we are replacing the need to convert these source enzymes that your body have only a finite amount. So what you're doing is that you are relieving your body's source enzyme. So when you take enzymes that are naturally occurring in food, let's say it helps you to digest some of the nutrients that you're taking. So what happens is that your source enzyme can be reserved for use to be converted into metabolic enzymes. So in other words, it actually lessens the burden you put on your body to convert into digestive enzymes or metabolic enzymes, and this is one of the best way to relieve your body if we are basing this all this discussion on Dr. Edward Towell's conclusion and also Dr. Shinya's conclusion. It means that we are able to actually relieve our body and extend our lifetime. And not only improve our health, but also extend our lifetime.
Good. Going back to 5-day plans programs, and I want to know more about 5-day plan, these products. Especially, it actually focuses very much on the enzyme that help us to lose weight. Especially for the past week, we see a lot of people have tremendous result. Now, Banchi, would you like to advise us or give us some explanations why there are people who actually, after using the 5-day plan, all right, they can really lose so much weight, and it seems that it is the result is so magnificent.
Yeah, that's right. Now, the reason why the 5-day plan is so effective is because it contains a high amount of very stable and highly stable and highly effective enzymes. Now, what happens is that when a person ingests in these enzymes will help the body system in breaking down nutrients, breaking down nutrients very effectively into the absorbable nutrients, and because of this, it also makes you feel not hungry anymore, because we are able to break down that enzyme very, very effectively. And because of all these digestive enzymes, it also relieves the body source enzyme of the burden of being converted into more digestive enzymes, so that it can focus to being converted into metabolic enzymes. And as a result, your metabolic rate will also be increased. It will also be high. And you will feel actually energetic instead of feeling weak and cannot function anymore. And besides that, it will also improve most of your life processes. And last but not least, it's because of the high metabolic rate, we are also able to break down the toxins that's been accumulated in the body, therefore also achieving the effect of detoxification. So it's from multiple angles.
Now, I want to know that why people who actually undertake the 5-day plan, they need to really go on diet, and some really stop intaking any food.
Well, one of the key reasons that we encourage people to do so is because the basic reason why a person actually has got weight issues is because of the food that we choose to take. Now, the food that we choose to take may be imbalanced in its nutrients, causing the body the need to what you call convert a lot of source enzymes into specific enzyme just for the purpose of digestion. So therefore, we have formulated the 5-day plan in such a way that if you replace every single meal, you will get the minimal requirements in terms of the recommended daily allowance of your vitamins, your nutrients, and also it allows you to have that controlled amount of calories while enabling the body to resort to burning the fat in your body. And last but not least, because of the high nutrients content in this particular, in our 5-day plan formula, it also ensures that our metabolic rate is also remains high, and your system don't go to a shutdown because you take less of a meal.
Everybody says that because of after taking this 5-day plan, because our body get used to the what you call diet, and why a lot of people after going through the 5-day plans, the amount of food they're going to intake getting lesser.
Yes, the reason is because during the course of the 5 days, what happens is that the metabolic rate goes up, the digestive enzymes in the body also goes up. Now, when the digestive enzyme of the body goes up, what really happens is that the body is able to break them down efficiently, and then your body can also efficiently absorb these nutrients. Now, the body, when the body absorbs these nutrients, it begins to tell the brain, okay, enough, I'm fat, so I don't need to eat anymore. So in a lot of cases, why do we keep eating uncontrollably? It's either we are eating too fast, or our body is not absorbing the nutrients efficiently enough to give the signal to the brain to say, enough.
Okay, again.
So what happens is that after the intake for 5 days, these high levels of digestive, natural digestive enzymes, which is highly stable and highly effective, it stays in the body, and then it continues to work. And when it continues to work, what happens is that you will be able to feel that, oh, I'm getting sufficient nutrients, and that's why I don't need to eat. And therefore, it becomes, it appears as though that your appetite has actually shrunken. Yeah.
Oh, there's something, this is very interesting, because I never know that, hey, the enzyme has such essential
Definitely.
effect.
Yeah.
We all thought that because you have not been eating for 5 days, so your stomach shrunk.
Because during the 5 days, there's also a lot of what you call metabolism of the fat that's accumulated on the body, and this fat includes the what you call the fat that's under our skin, including visceral fat, which is the fat that's surrounding the organs, which these are the dangerous fats.
Now, last question I wanted to ask, as pertaining to the after taking the products, what's the effect? There are people after taking the products, they feel they have headache problems. You know, some now. So why will you hate it? Because what will you do with the stomach and the head?
Right. This form of discomfort is usually experienced when you get into a condition whereby your blood glucose is lower than normal. So it's one of the body's way of telling you that you need more blood glucose.
Okay.
Because the brain basically only utilizes glucose. So unlike other parts of the body that could burn fat for energy, that could burn protein even for energy, the brain only burns glucose. And therefore, when you replace the 5-day meal with your normal meal, there will come a time when your blood glucose actually drops to a level and you get this feeling of headache.
But I must say that not everybody will experience it.
Well, different people will have a different level of experience.
So what is the best way to experience the 5-day plan product? What is the best way?
Well, we have developed a very efficient and friendly to use guru that is readily available online. And so I would advise anyone out there who will be using the 5-day plan to go online, reach out to us, because there's so much tips that we have built into that particular website. And these tips are the result of all the people who have used the products before, and we have in there tips. You know, if you feel this way, how would you? What should you be doing? And if you feel that way, what you can do? You know, so there's a lot of tips to make the entire 5-day process easy as possible.
Well, there's one last question I want to ask. You mentioned about detoxification earlier on. Now, so how does the enzyme help us to do the detoxification, especially when we take the 5-day plan?
Well, the 5-day plan on one hand is very high in fiber, in natural fiber, and that to a certain extent allow us to have intestinal movement to push out these toxins. But on the other hand, the digestive enzymes present in our 5-day plan, what it really does is that because it allows the body to focus its source enzyme to be converted into metabolic enzymes. These metabolic enzymes will ensure that our body has got a high metabolic rate, and also will ensure that they continue to metabolize the toxins that are in the body, and so we are able to excrete them out of our body system. Because metabolism really is about the one part of metabolism is about the breaking down of toxins too.
Well, I guess today you have a very, very informative sessions, and after listening to Manjin, I realized that, hey, there is a science behind losing weight.
Definitely, definitely.
And a lot of people like to pop in pills and stop absorbing proteins and whatever vitamins. But you, on the other hand, you give us another perspective, another facet from enzyme.
Right, right. We spent actually several years, even within our team, to study what can we do with our manufacturers to use enzyme as an effective weight management tool. So enzymes has been out there for some time. We have been working very closely for the past several years with our manufacturer to utilize the benefits of enzymes to bring about weight management effect. And that's the science behind it.
Well, thank you giving your time to us this afternoon to give us such informative information as far as enzyme concerned, and especially the 5-day plan brought to you by Bestful. Thank you.